So guys, this video has exposed Wike, who was the governor of Rivers State for 8 good years, but did not care much about the schools in Rivers State. I mean, human capital development wasn't a project for him. It was all about building roads and bridges, just to portray himself as Mr. Project. But I tell you, this report has really exposed what so many schools in Rivers State are going through. We were told that not much attention was given to schools and even teachers in terms of increasing their salaries and all that during the Wike's era, and I tell you, it is now being brought out for people to see. Now this is a state that contributes so much to the federation account, and guess what? The federal government does not pay much attention to Rivers State, neither does the state government, like you can see, especially when it comes to education. We are told that we are the leaders of tomorrow. I mean, the youth of this country are the leaders of tomorrow, but when it comes to giving that value that is needed to prepare the younger ones to really take up leadership in the future, we tend to look back. I mean, you need to take your time and watch this video. This is the same Wike who is now in the FCT saying he's building project for Tinubu's second term, project that they will use to campaign for second term. And guess what? People have been talking about Wike going to the hospital in FCT. Go and see how things are not working well there. Anyway, guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video just for you to know that some of these politicians, they like to do eye service. I mean, real eye service. When it comes to those minor things that can really build this country, even if people don't really see you today, but the effect will be there tomorrow, they don't pay attention to those ones. They only want to come out and cameras will capture them, commissioning projects that mean little to nothing. Just imagine the vice presidential lodge that was built with billions of naira. You can imagine using that money, deploying that money to Rivers State to fix some of the schools that Wike didn't fix as the governor who led the state for 8 good years. Anyway, guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Just take a look.
Hello and welcome to Community Report. I am Dari Ido. Nigeria's level of education achievement falls far below expectations, especially considering its moderately high per capita income. The reasons are not far-fetched. Imagine attending a school where classrooms are falling apart, basic necessities are non-existent, and learning conditions are poor. That's the reality for many students, and that's how we got here. It's well established that Nigeria's education crisis stems from a complex web of issues ranging from inadequate funding and poor infrastructure to low teacher quality and security concerns. In this episode, we turn our focus to government secondary school in Eche local government in Rivers State. No rules, no toilets, no water, and the entire school has less than 10 teachers. It is supposed to be a place of learning, but now in dire need of help.
The education deprivation in Nigeria is driven by various factors, including economic barriers and socio-cultural norms and practices that discourage attendance in formal education. In northeast Nigeria, at least 496 classrooms have been destroyed and 1,392 classrooms have been damaged, especially in areas where there have been crises. But that is not the story of this school. It is a story of many years of neglect.
We came in here 2013-14 when Amechi was the governor of Rivers State, and he recruited teachers and they were posted here. Many of us, there were about 20-something of us that came when Mr. Benjamin Yenke, who was the principal then, who met him here. At that time, there were about only 4 teachers. And when we came here, we were about close to 20-something. And the zeal of working, because many of us looked for employment for a long time. So when the job came, we took it, swallowed everything, climbed and sick up. We are here. Many of us left the town, came here, like I'm from Ndash here. I kept my family in town, came back to the village here. I was living at Umudlen Dash, and we were here working. that period we had some roof here, you know, somehow manageable then, because it was covering us. The classes were there, we are managing it. But from time to time, you find out that the entire system, the entire structure was deteriorating annually. And our expectation was that maybe with time, the government will do something meaningful. We keep on coming. Many of us have gone. In this school now, I think we are about 6 or 7 that came by that 2014 that I see here. The rest have all gone. But personally, I'm here from Ondash, so I don't believe.
Community.
Yes, my community. So that's why I'm still here. And nothing stops me from going out. That is my community. So what stops me from going? But I said no. If government comes for normal formal posting or transfer, I will. But on the contrary, anything that has to do with me, say going out, no, let me stay until when government members to say why I'm transferring you, that's the time I will go out. So that's the situation we met here. But the worst is almost happening, because even as I talk with you, if you are pressed here, you are into trouble because you are human. You don't know place. Come on, eat yourself, it's not there. No water to wash hand, common water. After teaching, sometimes we use water. You have to buy water. You have to buy water. At least you can use and wash your hand after teaching. So we don't have any option, because our salary comes here, so we don't have any option than to come in.
So normally, what is there? Isn't there like a budget for maintaining and running the school? How does it work? You know, how does maintenance and running the school
work? It's a state affair. That one we have little nothing to do there.
No. On what is the normal practice? Is there like does the Ministry of Education, how do they not vote money for
this? They do.
Like, how does it work normally?
Normally in a state, budget is an annual issue, and every year there is an amount of money earmarked for either renovations or maintenance. If you watch UK secondary school, it's just the same structure before, but government intervened and gave that place a new look. If you go there now, you see that is a secondary school. It's the same, they are the same, almost the same age. And so I can't explain why Ndash only is here like this. If you ask me, I don't know. If there was any money earmarked, I don't know. All I know is that all we do is come here and teach.
Okay, what about the alumni of the school? What about the alumni? Is there any
associations? I think I've witnessed up to 2 big associations who came sometimes, who they said and buy chairs or something like that. I think that was earlier, 4 or 5 years ago. I've forgotten the name of association. But as of alumni, I don't think there's anything that has alumni. I don't think.
They don't.
Yes. Apart from Ashe lights. If you see that structure there, that one you're seeing there now, sometimes through the help of His Eminence, I think I should attest to that. Yeah, His Eminence Chief PENB Oprom.
Okay.
He's a paramount. Yes. Okay. Chief Minister. That was a time, because what we do that each time a new principal comes, we take the man to His Eminence, courtesy call, explain the situation for him. I know that roof is courtesy of Ashe Lights and His Eminence.
Okay.
That's what has sustained this place like this. Apart from the community's effort, I don't think government attention has even reached here to the extent that we'll see anything that can compare to that of okay.
At first glance, one might think it's abandoned, but it's not. The students are coming. As the morning sun rises, our crew is on the ground for the early morning assembly.
My 2 daughters are schooling.
2 daughters schooling?
Yes.
Okay. So, as a parent?
So, there were 4 before I withdrew 2.
Okay.
Because of the condition of this environment. Yes, because you can see that this building were built on 1977. You can see the long gap. The lifespan, everything, even building have lifespan. Human being lifespan. So, but I know that this place, the lifespan of this building has expired. So I don't want to take that chances of leaving my 4 children here. I had to withdraw 2 and leave 1, so that Then I changed school for the S2. So because of the nature of this building.
As a parent, we know that in schools they always have PTA.
Yes.
What's the situation with PTA here?
Yeah, the PTA is not actually in good terms in what is happening here. They've been trying their best, which I'm part of them. We've been written to government severally, but all to no avail. Yes.
So as a parent, what about the academic standards when your children come back home, when your daughters come back home? What's their academic?
Yeah, if you talk about academically, they're doing well because they have a standard and qualified teachers here. Okay. But the area we have problem is the building. The atmosphere is not quite conducive. I want government to come to our aid by renovation. We want complete renovation. We want complete renovation because what bleeds my heart is that the fundamental assessment for good governance has been killed completely. But I trust the governor of this state now. We are going to enjoy full capacity of atmosphere in this community, in this school rather. This is part of the dining hall you are seeing now, but it has turned to forestry. This is part of the dining hall. That dining hall you are seeing there, this is part of it. I hope this is where they cook and pass food to the children over.
Nothing. It's now a bush.
It's now turned to a bush. Not even a bush, to a forest. You can see big trees all over. So our children doesn't have access to this side because of the fear of being taken by events like snakes and other dangerous animals. Because of the nature of this, the environment of this school, each teacher they posted to that school will put up resignation or they put up a kind of transfer. So it's only limited teachers are here now, but the ones are here, they are trying now because you know that a teacher cannot take up to 5 subjects. So government should also look at bringing more teachers. But the students, we have surplus students. We have enormous students, but no teacher.
Surrounded by greenery and a beautiful landscape, from this area view, Government Secondary School in Dashi is slowly being consumed by overgrown grasses.
Morning, sir. Come for the day. How are you doing?
Do you live in the community?
No. I come from Port Harcourt. Every day? Every day.
Well, so how was the cost of course the increased cost of
very high for me.
The particles. These particles can be in the form of ions or it can be in the form of molecules.
Shattered roofs, no toilets and bathrooms, no water and not enough teachers.
The volume is in what? Is in what? DMQ. And then the concentration, we are going to look at it in mole per DMQ. Mole per what? DMQ. Because this is the mass concentration, while this is the what? The molar concentration. So the mole concept will also lead you to understand that the amount of any substance that is present in a chemical substance can be calculated from what you saw yesterday, from the relative atomic masses.
We don't have a staff room. We don't have anything accommodation. We don't have office. It's as bad as we don't have water to wash hands. I'm not talking of if you are pressed now. A teacher after teaching, where to sit down and maybe write the lesson note or whatever, where you can sit and mark your reads. No, it's not. It does not. Look at it now. There's nothing. Okay, I will show you the place we were staying before. You will see it. So it's as bad as that. No office, nothing. We want to compare here to Kenya. Dash is a community. Government secondary school in Dash is at the same of the age of Kenya. That thing that people in there to Kenya, let them replicate it here. That's my request.
What in fact, this is right here. So tell us what is happening in Wike that you want.
Okay, structural upliftment, that this government secondary school should be restructured the way they restructured Wike. That's my request.
This is your staff room.
Yes. Yes. From 2014, when we were coming here, we were in here staff room. We are managing it. At the time, the roof went off.
Okay.
Yes, and it became a death trap. We tried through the help of the His Eminence and the shell lights. Somehow they managed and brought two from top. And the materials actually, it was not, though it was manageable there, but unfortunately it didn't meet the test of time. So after a while, they took it off again and water started pouring. You can watch it.
When it rains, what's the situation when it rains?
You can't stay here. You can't stay here. Very dangerous.
So when teachers are done teaching, when your period is over, where do teachers stay?
We hide there, over there. So about 3-4 years ago, when here we can something you can stay. We converted to that place. That time there was a door here. So we now converted the other small room. That one it was managed because it's downstairs the principal's office. You understand? So if you watch through here now, it's just like a classroom or an office. The UBE they were using here as their office before the factory area. So when the factory area we converted it to our office, that comes their stay. But unfortunately, the roof, even the principal's office, went off. So you can't stay there again. No chair, nothing. So what we do now is that as you come to the class, you go and hide somewhere in the class. Do whatever you want to do. Teach, take your water, wash your hands. Maybe hang anywhere. At the end of the day, you go.
I'm looking outside this windows and I'm seeing like it's almost like a bush or a forest outside. Is there not a fear that maybe wild animals or animals that could actually, reptiles could come in?
Yes.
So who is in charge of taking care of the environment?
The environment is supposed to be the students at least level.
Okay.
But unfortunately, if you watch the number here, the entire area is affecting the intake of students. If you are a parent, I don't know if you like your students to study under this roof. But however, it's because the ones you say are all from Dash. So the decision to at least say you are from Dash is what is sustaining them here. So the principal, if you watch, if we close now, long vacation, before we resume, the place will be grown up because the place is already bushy. The principal's office.
Oh, show me your hand. Let's go to the principal's office.
Initially, we are using here, some of us we are using here, but when this roof came down, this place was converted to the principal's office. It's unfortunate, I don't know if you call the matter, the entire roof is too bad that nobody can guarantee any document here, the safety of any document here.
So when it rains, are you saying that when it rains, what's the situation there?
The place will be water everywhere, to be saturated with water, because there's no solid roof on top that will cover documents and materials here. No chair. Look at the table. Look at the table. If you look at the table in this table. So when we are called upstairs for a meeting, some of us will hang here to write. So that's the table. If you call the principal, he will probably don't know. Unless he comes, I don't have the power to open here.
Dr. Sarah Chidebere Joe, a lecturer in Rivers State, shares a deep concern about the school's condition.
To survive in this life, you need what you're acquiring now. Probably not in these conditions, in better conditions, but I want to encourage you to take studying seriously and to be better. My name is Dr. Sarah Chidebere Joe. I'm a daughter of this community, this village, so this is home for me. The school built in 1977. The structure is really strong. As you can see around you, no windows, no doors. Some of the stairways are caving in. We have close to 500 students here who, as a parent myself, I don't think I'll be happy, safe, comfortable to send my child here to study. And I think that's where we should begin to evaluate ourselves. What parent would be really happy to send their wards to school in this kind of place? I'm really sad and broken. But I do know that the government is aware, because a lot of attempts have been made at the state level, at the local government level. A lot of them have been here. And in my conversation with the people who teach here, and some of the students who are family to me as well, they've told me that a lot of persons have been here to visit and they've made promises, but nothing has happened. So for me, this is simple. It's really straightforward. I know, because I'm in the media space and I teach and I engage with the politics as well, the governor of the state as of today has vowed to deploy state resources for the benefit of River State people. I want to beg him, I want to plead with him to please remember the people of Ebelubundash, to remember this school and see what he can do to make this environment better. He should imagine his own children, our children. Think about what it would mean for a community like this to, abandon the size of an infrastructure. Look at the expanse of land and think about the possibilities that can happen here. Think about the future of our children and fix this place. Like I said, the structure is okay. It's just a bit of work that needs to be done. It's not just the governor I'm calling on. I'm calling on everyone who has ties to this environment, to this place, all of us. Because every child is our child. So please support, create the awareness, lend support, elevate, share this content. Talk about it everywhere until something is done. I'm calling on the House of Reps member, I'm calling on the senator, because I know that we have different layers of government presence with ties to this place. I'm calling on the Alumni Association. I do know that they're very well-meaning individuals, wealthy people who can tie their educational story to this place. I'm encouraging them, reminding them to think about not just themselves, but think about our future and see what they can do to make this place better.
The school environment, the structures, everything is highly dilapidated. They are in very bad condition. To me, I am using this opportunity to call on the River State government. He's a man that knows the quality of education and what it takes for one to be educated. And definitely, he will hear from us. So we are calling on him to help us. If this place can be reconstructed and be renovated, we will appreciate it. So that the students will sit comfortably and learn. But I see in a way that every learning environment has to be very comfortable and suitable. Here is not comfortable and suitable for learning. The community cannot come for the renovation of the school. But in that area of security, the community has been trying their possible best to make sure that the place is being secured.
So you're securing the place?
Yes, definitely.
Now, we also understand that the students here, they are children of members of the community. So they are members of the community as well. So, and I'm sure that every school has a PTA arrangement. I don't know if there's any arrangement between the PTA, the community and the school, to even help things as basic as water and just some very basic things. Not even renovating the school, but some very little basic things.
Actually, I will tell you that before I came on board as a youth leader, there were PTA members. But right now, I cannot stand very bold to tell you that this is the PTA chairman, this is one of the members of the PTA organization. So we are trying to look into that.
The traditional ruler of the community has also stepped in at some point, but all to no avail.
My Eminence, Simplified King, Oche, EMB Oprum, MFFR, JSSRS, JP, Onyisheche, Oshofeche. He had made several efforts. He had been making his own effort. This is the state government, state school, government secondary school, JSS Nash, that was established in 1977. You can see the hostels, the classroom. As I'm speaking now, I don't think there is copper here. Teachers are few, no security men, no academic staff. The community, the youth are trying to secure the place in terms of security, both non-teaching staff. You see?
What are you asking for?
We are asking for help. Government should take over now. Government should come to our aid. This is the only school nearer to the community.
See our school building.
The CDC chairman and alumnus of the school is worried about the safety of both students and teachers in such a dilapidated structure.
We are helpless. We don't have oil. We don't have resources. And we don't have individuals in Indus that can help us innovate this place. I want to inform you, please, sir, as your eyepiece, this place is completely moribund. Since it is beyond our reach to reconstruct or renovate this place, I'm using this channel to inform you, sir, that the community has informed you. Eventually, if this building falls on any of the students or the teachers, the few teachers that are here, as a matter of fact, we have informed you that this place is no longer conducive. This school was established in 1977, precisely September. And since then, as a matter of fact, I was one of the first set of students that took off from this place. And since then till now, nothing like renovation work, no touch has been given to this place. This can be an eyesore. This is an eyesore. As a retired senior teacher, I have the experience of what happens in schools. At least the number of children, both in junior secondary and senior secondary, here is not less than 300. So we have days that are spelled out for labor, like Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if the students come together and do their labor on Tuesday and Wednesday, by then they are helping themselves and the authority in this school. If I take you to our model primary school, which is also dilapidated, you have seen that through community effort and under my auspices, we have started clearing that place. You see the effort of the community and my own effort towards the cleanliness of our compounds.
As the community calls for an urgent help to revive the school, which has a direct impact on the quality of education their students are getting, they say their future depends on it.
So guys, you have seen what the state of schools in Rivers State is all about. Let me know your honest reaction. Honestly, leadership in Nigeria, when it comes to real leadership, you don't tend to see these leaders, carrying out leadership the way it's supposed to be. It's all about their personal interest. Now, Wike was the governor of Rivers State for 8 good years. We were told that schools were left behind. I mean, real things that impact on the lives of the people were left behind. They were busy building more roads and bridges. Yes, those things are critical, but I tell you, they are not as important as education. And this is what differentiates Peter Obi from people like Wike. Some people will tell you, what did Peter Obi do? What did Peter Obi do? Because Peter Obi did not build skyscraper. Peter Obi said, when you come to a state like Anambra that is not all that developed, you don't begin to think of building skyscrapers that at the end of the day they'll be empty. You will even see people to rent it. You look down to find out what are the challenges of the people. Peter Obi opened up roads in many rural places where there were not motorable roads, and he built roads. Don't forget, you need to visit the internet to see how Peter Obi won so many awards because of is it OSG? There's this program that the United Nations used to monitor, progress in different countries and states and all that. Peter Obi won that and won different awards because of he checked and paid attention to critical areas like health. Peter Obi was number one. You talk about education. Till today, Anambra State still benefits from the impact of Peter Obi's government. Anambra State is always coming, at the forefront when you talk of NECO, WAEC, JAM, and even international competitions. Anambra State has always led the way. So, because of what Peter Obi did in Anambra State, now, not just that, Peter Obi paid real attention to security. Don't forget that it was under Peter Obi's leadership that Anambra was tend to be the safest state in Nigeria. You know, Peter Obi managed the resources of the state very well and ensured that, you know, things were not just done, you know, anyhow. And at the end of the day, he left money for the people of the state. Now, when you come to Anambra, then many people were just, you know, abandoning education for their children because they felt there was no need. But Peter Obi was able to attract the boy child back to class. That alone, just like the out of school children we are experiencing in the north, you know, we have majority of them in the north. You can imagine attracting these people back to the classroom and they see that, oh, there is a future in education. Do you know how much work it takes to achieve that? These are some of the things that Peter Obi achieved in Enugu State, and people were like, wow, Anambra State was a very beautiful environment for you to go to when Peter Obi was in charge. Peter Obi really transformed Anambra, but people are waiting to see skyscrapers. Peter Obi built roads. Peter Obi made sure there was water, you know, for the people. Peter Obi made sure education was working, health was working, and so many things that he put on ground to make sure that Anambra became the first. And also Peter Obi saved a whole lot of money. It was not a time to just be using the money anyhow, be telling us that the state had this and that. So I'm just wondering, why is it that Wike is actually trying to like paint the picture that he's Mr. Projects in Nigeria when he does not really pay attention to the critical project that he's supposed to be paying attention to? Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.